Hey guys, Filthy Robot here with Arumba, continuing our Civilization 6 playthrough as America, and we're still a little bit salty about being lied to, aren't we?
Well, yeah, I mean a little bit. I mean, I'm not too upset, but I'm.
Yeah, exactly.
So, do you want to actually articulate this again? We went so long. We went 32 minutes last episode because we were so caught up in this whole thing.
Yep. So, are we summarizing?
Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay. Here's how it goes. Are you summarizing or am I?
You do it. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. There are mines start out like this. They start out for, depending on the terrain, they're either a 2 food, 1 hammer tile, unimproved. So I say mine, I mean hill. You can only build mines on hills. So this is 2 food, 1 hammer, or if you're doing plains, it's 1 food, 2 hammers. All right. The improvement of putting a mine on the tile itself gives 1 production. Hitting the technology of apprenticeship, which is a technology that's needed to unlock industrialization, adds another hammer to the mine. And then if you hit the technology industrialization, which is another awesome technology that gives you access to workshops, to factories, which are super, super good, you also get another +1 production on that mine. That means the basic hill tile starts a minimum of 1 production on grassland or 2 production on a plains and gets 3 boosts. So it's going to have maximum, it's going to be a grassland, it's going to be 2 food, 4 hammers before any wonders or any other multipliers. These are just the mining boosts. And then the plains is 1 food, 1 food, 2 hammers that gets boosted up to 1 food, 5 hammers. Okay, we're set there.
5?
On the plains hill, as opposed to grassland hill.
Wouldn't it be 1-4?
No, because you're...
Wait, is plains 1-1 by default?
No, plains is 1-2. Plains hill is 1-2.
Right. But the plains itself is 1-1. The hill is what makes it 1-2.
Yes, but then you get an improvement for the mine.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So you get 1. I get you. I was confused by the difference between plains and grasslands, which I'm sure a lot of people are.
Yeah, you can tell.
You can see right here. You get 2 food, right, and then the hill turns into a 2-1, and then you go from 2-1 to 2-4. Yep. And then if you look somewhere else, we can see any of these tiles that are just like 1-1, right? Where the hell's the 1-1?
We have a plains hill in our northern city. If you go look up there, you can see the 1-2 ones and the 1-1 ones.
1-1s becomes a 1-2. So this would be a 1-4, a 1-5.
Yep.
And then the other ones are the 2-4s.
Yes. Okay. And now the lumber mill it's always going to be 2 food on the actually it's not. Again, plains versus grassland. So on a grassland tile, the lumber mill is 2 food. That's a plains tile. Grassland tile is the one our builder's on. Stay on that one. That's good. It starts off as a forest is a 2-1 tile on flat land. It's 2-2 on a hill. If you put a forest improvement on it, or a lumber mill improvement on it, it becomes a 2-3. And if it's adjacent to water and you have the steel technology, it's a 2-4. So go on. Yeah, steel's super far in. It's super deep into the trades, way further than industrialization, and it's a less useful tech in general. Maybe not for military stuff, but for the non-military stuff, it's a less useful tech. In other words, you're going to get that production from lumber mills. If you're comparing a grassland hill, whether or not you want a lumber mill on it, or a grassland hill, whether or not you want a mine on it, the mine is going to be better in every single way, including adjacency bonuses to the industrial zone, which the forest one doesn't give, but the mine does give. The only downside is going to be 1 more worker action to remove the forest.
Mm-hmm. Which is, I think, a justifiable thing to spend it on because you're going to get the adjacency bonus most of the time to the district, and you do get some production back, right?
How tempted are you to replace this stupid lumber mill with the mine, by the way?
Right this second, I'm thinking I want to get rid of this housing capacity issue by building this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But then coming back, we've still got 3 builds with this guy, so...
Yeah, okay. All right.
So we could do it. Oh, hey.
Can't be district.
So we've met you, but we haven't met you. Or is this someone that we do know?
I think that's Victoria. Are we going to send her an embassy? Did we already do that? Or whatever it was, a delegation?
Yeah, we did.
It's probably one of her expands. Okay, we did. Okay.
Yeah, that is England. So still no idea, though, what's going on with these trading posts.
No.
We've kind of given up on that topic. Granted, it's early access, right?
Yep. Well, I mean, eventually we'll figure it out, but probably not in this... not today.
All right, this guy was going to La Venta for the quest.
Yeah.
So... And we're okay with him coming from New York?
Yeah, I don't think we couldn't figure out how else to tell if we're going to get somewhere else. Okay. So...
He's going to camp there. This guy's going to go live in New York.
Sure.
And we got our 2 missionaries. Do you want to buy more missionaries? Or do you want to stockpile some points again?
But you can't until you get the units off the tiles, because they actually get created on those tiles, and if the tiles are blocked, they can't get created.
Mm-hmm. So what do you want to try to convert first? Which cities do you want to target?
I want to head as far south and east as we can to begin with.
Like Islam's being spread here.
Yeah, it's being, looks like maybe passively pressured. That makes sense.
Okay, so say again, you want to go as far east as what?
Far south and as far east as we can go. So I want to start heading over to this guy's lands.
Like Nan Madol or Lisbon? This one's more central. Would it be better?
Yeah, those ones. His Mbanza's lands, not so much. I don't care about the southern city-states quite as much yet. We'll get those later. So yeah, in this area is where I want to go.
Would you prefer to try to use a charge on Mbuila so that it gets converted right away? Or
opposite. I want to convert his larger ones and then the smaller ones can be passively pressured by the larger ones because they have less population points that need to convert before they'll flip over. Since that one's only a 3-pop city, we only need 2 followers in that city for it to flip. And if we get, let's say it's standard speed and that's the same as Civ 5 and it's 6 pressure per city inside a 10-tile radius. If we convert all the big cities around that little one, the little one will switch really, really quickly on its own and we won't have to waste a missionary charge.
Now, hold on. I thought that cities that follow your religion exert pressure. Is that pressure related to their overall population?
No, it's just it's just straight up a certain amount per city. And it's a flat amount that doesn't increase based on population for the pressure it exerts. And I believe on standard speed it's 6 per turn.
So let me present a counter argument here. We could use a singular charge, which would provide 200 religious strength, convert 2 citizens, and instantly convert this whole city, which then exerts pressure on turn 1 with just 1 charge. So I'm not following the argument to convert the big cities first.
Okay, because there's a timing element to this too, right?
I'm just seeing it more like, look at the populations that are at odd numbers and then determine how many charges. This would take two charges, right? Because they take you to 4 pop. This one takes 1. This one's going to take, what, 3? 2 charges takes you to 4, so 3 charges here.
Yep.
I don't know, it just seems simpler to get, like if I only have 2 charges on my missionary, I could convert. We have 2 missionaries.
We're looking at this because I mean maybe the part you're not considering is, well, we're going to have as many missionaries as we want. The actual question is, what's the fewest number of missionaries we can use to in the fastest amount of time to convert as many cities as possible? That's the question we're trying to answer. And if for example, count the number of cities within a 10-tile radius of that little 3-pop city.
There's 3.
4. No, I think there's 7, aren't there? So we have Lisbon, Kinshasa.
Stop cycling units, game.
Oh man, the pain is shared now. It's so much better.
No, it's really not. All right. I accidentally was pressing Q. I didn't mean to. Thankfully, I didn't make them sleep. I just told them to wait, so we still have their movement. Anyway,
at the very least, we're going to move over that direction with the missionaries. So get the missionaries queued up, then we'll talk.
So can you go over water? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this one's these 3 are obvious. Mbanza I think is too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then what about New York? Probably not.
Yep. It's in range.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No, you count from the way it works for counting is so in New York, count the tile outside of New York for the first tile, and then count the city you're going to. Yep. So that's 1, and the city center for the other one is 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the exact same number I just got.
Yep, that's in range. 10 is in range.
Yeah.
So New York's in range, Lisbon's in range, Kinshasa's in range, Mbanza's in range, the other Mbanza's in range. That's 6. This one in the bottom, the 3-pop one, is in range.
1, 2, 3,
non-Madal.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A couple of those as well.
So there's 8 cities in range of that city.
Yeah.
Okay, so every one of those cities, if we converted every one of those other cities instead, each of those cities pushes 6 pressure onto that MB city each turn. And all we have to do is flip 2 citizens. So what's 6 8s? 48, right? So if we have 48 pressure on that thing, it will take us 2 turns for population. And we need 2 populations, so it would take 4 turns for that thing to flip on its own if we converted all the cities around it. So why would we waste a missionary charge on that? It's only going to take 4 turns to flip on its own. Now, if look at it the other way around. Let's say we converted the smaller ones first, like we converted non-Madal, the MB one, and Kinshasa first. Takes less charges to convert that, right? But think how many turns it's going to take those cities to convert Mbanza. Because Mbanza needs 5 population converted. And if we only convert the little ones around it, like I don't know how many, we need the comparison of how many little ones are we going to do to convert it. How quickly is it then going to convert the bigger ones? Do you see?
Well, I mean, again, I'm still not seeing the argument. It doesn't make sense to me because you're using 1 charge to immediately get this city. Then that city is, with our religion, going to give us faith, right? Okay. We're going to get even more faith because they follow our religion. And then the sooner it starts applying, it doesn't matter how big this population is. What matters is how many turns is it generating influence. Because if this city provides the same influence as this city, then ultimately you're just getting 6 per city.
Okay, but the question that you made is kind of right. Like, it doesn't matter what city you convert to apply the pressure, but it does matter how quickly, for cities that you don't want to convert at all, you want to naturally convert, how quickly will those flip? And with this city, if we convert the cities around it, it's going to flip almost instantly from just the pressure, the passive pressure, where the big ones are going to take forever to convert. So converting the big ones first reduces these like pockets of resistance, or these and gives us these, well, they're not pockets of resistance right now because they don't generate any of their own religion, but in general, they would reduce pockets of resistance. But with this, I don't know if I'm explaining this right. Send the missionaries over there.
Yeah, I mean, one way or the other.
When we see how many missionaries we want to send, we can look at what the optimal way to do that. My suspicion is it's big to small, and that has been my experience. But I guess we're struggling with articulating why. So perhaps it is not right. We'll see. But
I don't know. I mean, I'm just logically trying to think it through, and I just feel like there's an argument to be made for both. I see why logically the large city first and like the top-down approach could make sense, but I'm just...
And also like distance, right? Like, so where the missionaries go, like I don't even want to convert Mabanza first. I want to convert not Lisbon, up north, the Leventa first, right?
You do?
Like that one I want, yeah. And I want to get Geneva pretty early too, because if we look at it this way, Geneva and the capital pressure Boston. It may not be enough. We may end up using one charge on Boston of its own, but probably one charge plus Washington plus Geneva will be enough to pressure Boston. If we get Geneva and Lisbon converted, Lisbon immediately starts pressuring that other city, turns before we even get there, right? Leventa, rather, sorry, starts pressuring that other southern city almost immediately when we start getting that, right?
You think Leventa is going to pressure this one?
Yeah, I do.
You got a pretty good eye for distance. I don't really have it memorized. I don't want to count every single city distance. Yeah. But yeah, okay. I mean, we can go with your experience. It's just logically to me, I don't know.
Well, we got like 6 turns. This is going to be like 2 weeks before the next episode happens where we get the missionaries there. So.
Yeah. Well, we could try to play faster. Hey, a barb cave.
Yep.
Never did promote this guy. Scout's not going to attack. Let's just start plugging away at that guy before he hurts us. So you want to send one of these guys over to Geneva?
Yeah. And I mean, you can do it while you're there. We have the road. Why don't you do 1 charge into Boston and then the 2 charges into Geneva to flip it? And that should allow Boston to convert pretty quickly after that.
All right.
I mean, right now, our religion is set up to give us the cheapest missionaries we can get, right? But in general, the comparison is every time you purchase a missionary, you don't get to use your faith for something else. You tend to want to do it with as few spreads as possible and as quickly as possible to get your pressure established in an area. Especially when you start dealing with competing religions. It's a little different in this game than Civ 5 competing religions because there's much more of an active amount of spreading with apostles. But like on our continent, there's not a whole lot of other religions. There's no other religion involved, right? So we're not actually competing with other players. It's just like what points, if you're thinking of like planting like a virus, where would you plant it the most? With the pressure ranges of 10, where would you plant it to convert these the quickest?
There, because it applies everything to every single city.
But no, because there's no way. Think about the timing right there, right now. Think how long it takes to convert 9 population with just 1 pressure point from that, right?
Well, we're not going to convert just that one. We're going to convert that one, and then like okay, so we're sending 2 missionaries down this way right now, which is 6 charges because of our having the special building. So we have 6 charges to use. If I only have 6 charges,
we have 12 population to convert, right?
In theory, assuming it actually converts 2 each time, which we're not 100% sure on because we used it on our other city, Nidaros, and we think we only got 3. We know for sure the first charge converts 2.
Yep.
But okay, let's just go with the presumption that we do get 2 people converted per charge. So yes, we can convert 12 people. So if I can only convert 12 people, I can convert this city with 1 charge, this city with 1 charge. I can convert this city with 2 charges. I can convert this city with 3 charges. No, 2 charges as well. Right? Yeah.
So that's 4, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3,
10.
4, 5, 6. I can just straight up use these guys to convert 4 cities right away, and not even considering these others 2.
Okay.
That's going to put 4 cities worth of pressure, so 24 per turn on Mabanza.
24 per turn on that. How long does it take to convert Mabanza and Lisbon to your religion? So that was our 4 charges, right? If we did it that way, right?
That was 4 charges. We have 6 charges.
What? I'm sorry. I thought you just used up both the missionaries. Are you not using up both?
1,
the
2,
missionaries?
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 6 charges. Okay, that is all of them.
Okay. So we used the 6 charges.
Sorry, I'm looking at other stuff, and I forgot that you are sharing screen right now, so you're probably confused. Okay, so I've got a calculator on the other screen. So now we're going to generate with 4 cities that are fully converted, each generating 6 per turn. That's going to be 24 points per turn. And the question is, if I do 9...
You don't need 9, you need 5, assuming it doesn't grow. You need 6
well,
if it
9
grows.
9 divided by 5, which is... sorry, 9 divided by 2.
Right. What do you
So
mean
4
9 divided?
Well, right, you said it has to be half the population, so you divide by 2, and then it's got to be the next integer. So yeah, obviously 5, but if it grows, then in theory we'd have to go up to 6 because of the...
Yeah, but let's keep it
rounding.
simple. Let's say 5. So it takes 500 pressure for that. So it's 500 pressure, and you said we have 20. We have 4 cities, so it's
21
4
turns.
cities. Okay, it's 21 turns. All right. So now we have 6 charges, right?
Yeah, and in those 21 turns, we're getting 4 cities have been converted now. So I've got 8 faith per turn from having the cities converted.
Okay. So now we need the calculation the other way, right?
Yes.
So did you write any of this down? Because I'm sitting here. And
I
didn't
have
write it.
I have a calculator open, so I
Okay.
can see that it was 21 turns to convert the big city.
Okay, that is... All right, so let's say we did it the other way around, isn't it? And Nan Madal was 10 tiles from Mabanza or not, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, can't see because your cursor, 6, 7, 8, yeah, okay. So Mabanza, if we convert, Mabanza is 3 charges. We have 6 charges,
Yes.
and then it's 2 charges in the other Mabanza to convert, right?
Here? Okay.
And what would it be? And let's scroll up a little bit for, go up a little bit north for me. And New York would be 2 charges as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, New York was in range of... Okay, so start with those. Those would be my 6 charges, how I would choose to do this.
These 3 cities?
Yep.
So
How
you've
many
got
turns?
3 charges there, 2 charges there, and you only have 1 charge in New York, so you don't get New York converted.
Okay, then... Is it 3 charges there?
3 from Mabanza, because you got to go to 6. You can't just do 2, that's only 4.
Yeah. So 4 in that one. So it would be 4 in that one. Slightly off. I need 1 more charge for that. Okay.
So already you need more charges.
Well, but hold on. But this is... humor me the 1 charge for a minute and watch how the conversion goes, right? Because
Okay.
it spreads like a virus. How many turns before... Because right now, if we had those 3 cities...
Okay.
There's 3 cities worth of pressure on MB Willa, right? Or whatever the hell you say that one. Like, how the fuck do I say that city?
Mabwilla would be my guess.
Mabwilla? All right.
Yeah, there's
Mabwilla it is.
not enough vowels.
let's just like spew that city out every time we talk about it. All right. So how many turns before that city flips? Because that's going to start upping the pressure.
You need
pretty
2 population, right? You can't do it with 1, so that's going to be 200 points, and you're generating... We're assuming somehow you cheated and you got an extra charge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're assuming with 3 cities, you're generating 6 pressure times 3 is 18, so 200 divided by 18 is 11.1 turns, so 12 turns.
What was it for the central conversion?
Central conversion? Yours is more central. Mine's more spread out.
Whatever, yeah. What was it convert Mabanza the other way?
21 turns.
And this was how many, 11?
11. 12
Okay.
if you round up.
So, all right, that one goes in 11. That now
12.
adds...
12.
Okay, goes in 12. Adds 6 more pressure. How long before Kinshasa goes then? So that one, in that same period of time, Kinshasa got 2 citizens. It now, after it gets 2 citizens on 12 turns, it now gets another 6 from that. What is its pressure now?
So it had 12. It had 12 turns then at 18. So it's earned 216 religious pressure. And then the pressure is now going to upgrade to 24 per turn because you've just converted one of these cities. Am I following you right?
Yep.
And it needs to have 3 population. So it needs to go from 216, which is where it was, up to 300. So we subtract off what it's got, and you can see this, but the viewers can't. So we need 84 points, and we're earning 24 per turn. So another 4 turns.
Okay. So now that one's flipped.
And then, now we're 16 turns in total.
Yep. Go south. So we have Lisbon. We got to account for Lisbon in a moment, and we go south and look at this other small one down there. There's another 3 pop city down there. This is being pressured by Mabanza and Mabwilla now, right?
Yep. This one we don't think reaches though, right?
No, that one's too far. That's like 13 or something. Maybe 14. Lisbon on the east over there. Okay, so that other one is going to flip now how many turns later?
Lisbon?
Well, yeah, we got Lisbon to worry about now. That one had pressure from, I think, just 2, right?
Initially, you were going to have these 3 cities converted.
Yeah.
And so this one doesn't
was New
reach...
York in range of... Hold on, I can't see. That's close. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, no, it's 11 for Lisbon to New York. And
so you're going to have just these 2.
Well,
followed by this one.
Kinshasa and Mbanza. Yeah. Those two, and then that one, exactly. So it starts... I think I'm describing this right. By seeding the larger ones, the continuing expansion of pressure converting the smaller ones will let you pick up other larger ones cheaper later, if that makes sense.
Okay, but we were 16 turns in before you got Kinshasa converted.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, in order to actually convert Lisbon, we had these three to begin with. At the beginning, only Mbanza was actually applying pressure to Lisbon. You have to wait for Mibula, which was on turn 12, before you're actually getting 12 points per turn. Yep. You have to wait till turn 16 until Kinshasa to start generating another couple points here. And this is going to need, 4 pop? Right? No, it's going to need 5 pop. So 500. So that is going to take forever.
Yes, although we start with those, then passively the Mibula switches, then passively, if you scroll down, whatever that other one was, another strange name, I don't know, non-Madal, that's in 10 tiles of Lisbon, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So as that one flips, then we up the pressure on Lisbon again. As the other little one flips, it's going to up the pressure, I think, on Kabul. I don't think anything else is in range. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it's exactly in range of Mbanza. It's exactly 10 tiles apart. How about the other one? 6, 7, 8. It's actually in range of both of the other big ones. So those other big ones, meanwhile, have been applying pressure on Kabul. So that will flip slightly later than Mabwila, and and then see what I'm saying? Like as with those initial seedings, you flip by flipping the big ones first. The little ones go fairly soon after the big ones. Now I'm not so sure about the other way around. It feels like to me you got the little ones. The big one will eventually go, right? Yeah. You wanted to do the 3 around it. His 3 cities, not counting his capital, right?
His capital, Kinshasa, Mibwila, and Nanmadol. I can get all of those with 6 charges, where you needed 7 charges.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're actually right here.
What? You sound so surprised that it's even possible.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I feel like I'm.
So you're okay. We haven't taken the math all the way, right, to actually figure out when you're going to get this extra city over here.
Yeah, but we also didn't take the math on your process
to convert them all. I mean, we could. We're already at 22 minutes. We've talked nothing about religion spread this whole episode. But here's the thing, and this is my entire argument for why I even brought this up in the first place, is that in this specific case with our religion, we benefit the most from having cities that follow our religion. So I'm talking about 20 some turns of having 4 cities that are giving us faith.
Well, if we're going to really do that, we got to look at travel time too. How quickly can we get to these cities that you want to spread to versus the ones I want to spread to?
It's a very complicated equation.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know, then, is the answer.
If Civ 5 has taught you that the big, top-down works the best, then anecdotally, that's probably a good way to go. But I think that just saying that's always going to be the case...
Yeah, and I don't know that it has taught me that top-down is always the way to go. I'm trying to think of now, a lot of it depends on the positioning, the other religions you're fighting, and the type of goal you're having. And when I was thinking about initially spreading that, I wasn't dealing with the fact that the stuff that we have gives us faith per turn the sooner is spread. Honestly, with that in my mind, we should probably just send out multiple waves and just convert as we go along the way as much as possible. Because we're just losing the faith per turn from that. I mean, they pay themselves back in 30 turns at 60 faith per city converted.
But I think we're above 60 faith now. We're at 80 now.
Yeah. Buy 2 more missionaries. I guess we end the part with no turns done. This is our best part yet. No turns done. Please tell me no turns done.
No, we passed turns because
disaster.
We did. Right. What, you want to have an episode where we have no turns? That's your goal?
Well, I kind of find that amusing. It's really kind of epitomizes the discussion we're having.
Well, this is what people are coming for, I'm hoping. So
yeah, we better hope after that one.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to take a break here. We'll see you again, same time, same place tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. Soon.